5 times in 5 years, the Buckeyes travel to Indianapolis to take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Ohio State looks to add a 5th Big Ten championship into the case, but the Irish look to spoil the party. First quarter action, Buckeye ball. J.K. takes the handoff up the middle and picks up 12. Then Dobbins takes the counter right, makes a nasty cut, turns it upfield, and he's finally tackled after a 33-yard gain. Later in the drive, EJ6 drops back, hits Jalen Harris on the outside. Check out the spin move, and then he dives into the end zone. Buckeyes strike first, 7-0. Irish take over 3rd and long. Buckeyes send the house, but Book sets up the screen to Jones, and he has a lot of green in front of him. He's finally pushed out after a 25-yard gain. Then Book drops back, steps up, and drops an absolute dime to McIntosh, and he gains 21 and the first down. It would lead to an Irish field goal. Buckeyes' next possession, EJ6 drops back and hits Gill on the drag route. He sheds a tackle, sprints up the sideline, and gains 22. Later in the drive, Jones drops back and hits Snead across the middle. He takes it down to the 3-yard line. Next play, Jones drops back and throws and laser to Grimes. And check out the footwork by the junior. Buckeyes up 14-3. Next Irish possession, the draw play. Again, Jones goes up the middle, avoids Buckeyes, and gains 17. Then Book would drop back again, has a ton of time, and he connects with McIntosh again, this time for 17. Later in the drive, Ian Book will go back to the air. He hits McKinley in the end zone, 14-10 Ohio State. Ensuing kickoff, Gill catches it at the goal line. He starts up the middle, then cuts it to the left, and he turns on the burners. He gets dragged down after a 75-yard return. Later in the drive, Jones drops back and threads the needle to Rucker for 17. Then Dobbins would cap off the drive with this 1-yard TD run. Buckeyes extend the lead. Notre Dame looks to answer. Patrick takes the draw, gets his block set up, and gains 10. Later, Book would drop back, and he's looking to go deep, and he throws it up, but it's picked off by Kendall Sheffield, and the senior turns on the Jets. The corner gets it back to the 43-yard line. Turnover number 1 for the Silver Bullets. And the Buckeyes come out running. Dobbin hits the hole on the left, makes a cut, and picks up 8. Then Jones drops back and hits Gill across the middle for 18. Later in the drive, Jones goes back to the air and hits Harris on the drag route. He makes a cut and another and gets into the end zone. Ohio State would go up at the half, 28-10. Started 3rd, and Tony Jones is running hard. He gets a few blocks and gains 12. A few plays later, Book goes play action and hits McIntosh on the outside for 14. Then Claypool gets behind the jam and Book finds him and is a gain of 22. Then the cutback cheese gets real. Book finds Claypool again. 1st and goal, Irish. Notre Dame would cap off the drive. Book goes option left and tosses it out to Patrick for a 2-yard TD run. 28-17 Ohio State. Next Buckeye possession, Jones drops back and presses the wrong button and is picked off by Hawkins, and he takes it back to the 15. It would lead to an Irish field goal. Ensuing kickoff, Gill catches it at the 1. He starts up the seam, cuts it to the left, and turns it upfield, catches a block, and he is gone. He goes 99 yards to the house, 35-20 Ohio State. After an Irish 3-and-out, Dobbins takes the counter right, follows his blockers, gets to the edge, and turns it upfield. He's finally pushed out after a huge gain. But the turnover bug strikes again. Jones tries to hit Grimes on the slant, but is picked off by Morgan, but the Irish couldn't capitalize. Ohio State takes over. Emory goes option right and keeps it, cuts it back inside, then turns on the Jets. He's tackled after a 33-yard gain. Then J.K. Dobbins goes up the middle and gains 12 yards. 1st and goal, Buckeyes. Then number 2 punches it in for the 2nd time on the day from 3 yards out. But the Irish won't go away. Jones takes the draw up the middle for a gain of 15 and another Irish first. Then the D-line turn up the juice. Chase Young powers his way to Book for the 7-yard loss. And the pressure gets to Book again. He tries to force a pass, but is picked off by Sheffield for the 2nd time. Buckeyes look to put a nail in the coffin. Snead takes the sweep right and gains 14 on the play. Later in the drive, Jones drops back and throws into double coverage, but is picked off by Elliott. Turnover number 3 for Jones, but the D-line would get it right back. Book drops back and Chase Young gets his 2nd sack on the day. Then Book drops back again. Buckeyes send the blitz, but Grant is wide open. He gains 37 yards. The drive would continue. Later, Book would drop back and throws a gorgeous touch pass to McKinley for a gain of 24. Next play, Book goes back to the air, but mama, there goes that man. Chase Young gets to the quarterback for the 3rd time in the quarter. Next play, Book takes a deep drop, moves around the pocket, tries to scramble out, but it's hit by Chase Young and he fumbles. The Irish would jump back on it, but that's sack number 4 for Young. 4th down and Book looks to go back to the air. He tries to lob it to the outside, but is picked off by Jeffrey Okudah, and that would do it. The Ohio State Buckeyes make it 5 for 5. Urban Meyer gets to raise the Big Ten championship one more time. Your final here, 49-20. EJ6 finished 19 of 23 for 230 yards. He had 4 touchdown passes, but also threw 3 interceptions. Dobbin might have solidified his Heisman after this game. He toted the ball 30 times for 216 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jalen Harris led the way for Zone 6. He had 3 grabs for 60 yards and 2 scores. Grimes and Jackson both had TD catches in the game. The Silver Bulls were led by Okudah and his 8 tackles and 1 interception. Wes May also chipped in with 8 tackles, 3 for a loss. But Chase Young went off in the 4th quarter. 4 sacks. He is turning into such a clutch player. Kendall Sheffield also had 2 interceptions in this game. Now it's time to look ahead. Who will the Buckeyes play in the national championship? And it's a rematch from season 2. The Florida State Seminoles and the Ohio State Buckeyes play for the Crystal Ball. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are brand new. And make sure you hit your boy up on that Twitter and Instagram at Big C Got Game. In the Dot the Eye podcast, we'll look ahead to the matchup with the Seminoles and also talk about all the awards and the national championship game. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.